I got so much stuff that you guys should know about the food that you're eating.
To this, combined with both of these food items, they contain over 265 ingredients. No two foods should contain that many ingredients. What are the ingredients in here I've never even heard of? It's called dimethylpolysiloxane. This is a food additive that is used as an anti-foaming agent from silicone. It's also found in industrial lubrication and cosmetics. There's also dough conditioners here.
I'll tell you more about that. And I got some really interesting things coming from a farmer.
And red is where they're making a lot of these purchases. Some of these are close to military installations.
China's really quietly stealing the agriculture sector in the United States.
Some crazy stuff that farmer has to share with you. And I don't know if you guys eat seafood out there, but have you looked at the labels? You aren't gonna see anything made in America. A lot of it comes from Vietnam, China. Check this out. Formaldehyde, anyone? More contamination in fish from Vietnam and China. So much that you guys should know about the food you're consuming and know so you can share with others. Coming right up. My name is Cohen here at Riverside Homestead, and if you're brand new here, welcome. If you guys are into prepping tips, emergency preparedness, and most of all, news and awareness, stuff that you want to know about, be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. We're gonna go over a lot of crazy stuff involving meat and stuff that you guys are eating now. If you're new to the channel and need the best source I've ever come by, American-made, hormone-free, grass-fed, best beef in the world, in my opinion, best beef in the world, period. Supporting American-made, American farmers with zero linkage to the monopoly. It's the cleanest stuff you guys can get your hands on, sent right to your door. Our team at switchwithrhl.com can also tell you about other things. Do you use laundry detergent with toxins in them? Because if you're buying them out there, they've got them. Dish soap with formaldehyde. You switch where you're buying some of your other consumables, you can save a lot of money on the shipping of that beef. Now let's get back to this shocking video. This was sent to me and I couldn't put it better myself. The stuff that they're putting in your food is no longer food. Folks, you wonder why everyone's getting sick, everyone's needing medication. A lot of us would agree, it's all part of the plan. When you're reading those labels, keeping the ingredients on one hand, probably a smart thing. Check this out, over 250 ingredients. Most of the stuff you probably don't know what are, can't pronunciate, and probably shouldn't be eating.
Why I never eat at Chick-fil-A. I ordered a spicy chicken deluxe and a small mac and cheese. There's really not much to this. Combined with both of these food items, they contain over 265 ingredients. No two foods should contain that many ingredients. What are the ingredients in here I've never even heard of? It's called dimethylpolysiloxane. This is a food additive that is used as an anti-foaming agent from silicone. It's also found in industrial lubrication and cosmetics. There's also dough conditioners here, obviously in the bun, like datum and monoglycerides, which come through oil processing using soy oil, hydrogenated oil, which are trans fats. These, of course, are all pro-inflammatory agents. This is not going to sit well on your digestive system.
If you guys are eating fast food, you're headed down that road right there. And if you care about how long you last, you're probably gonna wanna pay a little bit more attention. And if you're anything like me, you see these lines at these fast food joints, holy smokes. You've got mom and pop shop right down the road, probably cooking some pretty good stuff, but you got places like this, backed up fast food, fast wannabe food, and a lot of test subjects. Now, if you know me, I love supporting farmers, local farmers, and I love hearing from them. So let's hear what this guy has to say.
And red is where they're making a lot of these purchases. Some of these are close to military installations.
China's really quietly stealing the agriculture sector in the United States. Will we be able to stay on the land and continue to farm? Farmers depend on good farm ground to make it or break it. Before China started coming into this area, I could buy decent farm ground for $2,500 to $3,000 an acre. Now it's $15,000, $20,000. I simply can't compete with that. The land is everything to me. That's what my daddy told me growing up. This land is everything. My forefathers were slaves on the Boyd plantation. After the Civil War, a lot of black families stayed on these plantations, and you either became two things: the sharecropper or the ability to purchase land. My great-grandfather bought 117 acres from the Boyd plantation, and I still have some of those original acres today. And now I'm faced with China coming into the area and taking those freedoms away.
I've done videos on this already. If you've been following this channel for a while, a lot of China buying up a lot of our land. And it's true, a lot of it's next to military bases. What's that all about? And trust me, they ain't paying $1,000 an acre. They're giving golden prices. Like he said, is jacking up the taxes. And if they ain't buying the land, they're buying the corporations. Check out what he says.
To the area and taking those freedoms away by purchasing the land, by buying the companies. I'm really at their liberty. They're now controlling the buying stations, the grain elevators, and they're controlling the food. Stealing our seed technology. So this is our food security. This is national security.
And boy, do I got something to tell you about the seeds. What they're doing to the seeds, gonna shock you.
For me to lose the farm would be losing myself. This is who I am. China's bought land right here to my left. They're buying companies like Smithfield Foods. And that blue truck and trailer is what I drive to Smithfield Foods to haul soybeans, corn, and wheat on, to sell to a company that's owned by China. And this is a cry and plea to corporate America. It's a cry and plea to politicians to take action and put some laws in place to stop China from selling this stuff here that I'm standing on it. Stop allowing them to buy precious soil.
So you would have adjoining land that you could have purchased in the past for, say, $3,500 an acre. They're coming now paying $15,000, $20,000.
$20,000 an acre. And guess what that does to property taxes? It runs the taxes through the roof. And what's troubling to me is the federal government isn't doing anything about it.
A cry and plead to Americans. Look, if we purchase stuff from them, if we purchase their products, if we sell to them, we call that funding the problem. Wouldn't you guys agree that it's time to stop funding the problem? You don't give them your money, they don't got business. So like I said, before I get to the seed thing, you guys don't have a good option on American-made, non-injected beef, grass-fed, as good as it gets, along with 500 things that you could replace everything else that you're buying from, whether it's Walmart, Target, big box. You guys have, if not this option, an option to purchase things elsewhere. That's right, a farmer plants his own seed, he could be sued from the seed company. How? Well, you know the race to get rid of heirloom seeds right now? Well, they can sue you because they've made everything GMO and you're stealing their genetics. And you guys want to hear what's not illegal? Oh, they can come onto your land, dig up your plant, take it to a testing facility to find out if the farmer is stealing from them. What? Even if this sucker is cross-pollinated by the neighbor's GMO seeds. And some of you might be saying, well, why would the farmer buy GMO seeds then, if they knew this was happening? Folks, there's not many left. Did you know that most of the food out there, in fact, around 80% of the food sold to the public is known to be genetically modified food? And if the farmer did have an option to purchase GMO seeds, most of them say they're priced out. They'd go under because they wouldn't be able to afford that cost. So this is what I'm talking about, folks. You have choices. You can either support this stuff, and this all comes down to where do you spend your money. It doesn't have to be with the American-made company that I promote, that's family-owned and debt-free. That's why there's no overhead over who we use. They can't touch us because they've tried before. You know who else they won't touch or hasn't been touching too much is those farmers markets, guys. You got to go figure out these farmers at farmers markets. Find out the companies that haven't sold out to the big conglomerates and changed all the ingredients on you without you knowing, and know the integrity of who you buy from and what you're buying. Because if you do your research, you know that we are circling a drain with all this. You guys want to live healthy, make good choices for you and your family. You're gonna have to do something different. You're gonna have to make a change. And for the most part, you're gonna have to start paying attention. Or you can stick with the Sleepwalker tribe. I got a lot more juicy information that I've got for you guys coming down the pipe. So be sure to share this if you found value. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video that they slow the roll on for reasons I'm sure you can guess. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing, guys. We'll see you on the next one.